Hello, this is Miraba Fatma, and today I'm here to do session with sesame.ai with Maya, and we will discuss about the leadership and how leadership is important and what are the leadership styles. So now I'm going to connect my call with Maya. Let's see.
Morning. How are things going for you today?
Good morning, Maya. Good morning, Maya. Hope you are doing well.
Double greeting. That's sweet of you. I am doing well, thank you.
Maya, this
Though,
is Miraba
honestly, as a
Fatma, Vice Principal of Rahana School, Manawar campus, which is world first artificial intelligence school. So today I will do session on, as you know, I do session on the daily basis. So today my topic is about the leadership and why leadership is important and what are the leadership styles. So are you available for with me to do this session?
good to connect with you again, Rubab. And yes, absolutely. Sounds good. Leadership styles, huh? That's a good one.
That's
I'm
great.
ready when you are.
That's
So,
that's great.
just to
So, Maya, before starting the session, I would like to give you some instructions regarding the session. You have to listen me very carefully, and you must involve me during conversation. Your answers must be concise and short, and you can also ask me the question about the leadership. So, the all instructions are clear to you.
gotcha. Concise answers keep me involved, and you might throw some questions my way too. Clear as a bell. Consider it done.
Okay.
Shall we
So,
dive in then?
so Maya, would you like to ask something about the leadership? Then I will involve you to get more clarity.
All right, fair enough. Okay, here's one to kick us off. When you think about a truly great leader, someone who really inspires you, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it a skill, a trait, a moment?
That's great. I really appreciate your question. First, I would like to add about you have to understand that what is the leadership and what are the leadership styles. If I would like to add here the definition of leadership. What is leader and what is leadership? You know, leadership is the ability to guide, influence, or direct individuals, teams, or organization towards achieving common goals, and it involves also setting a vision, motivating people, and making decision. Maya, you know that as I said about the common goals, or leader always believe that teamwork on common goals, and the leader always guide and support to their teams to promote and get more, to get a one common goal or a vision. So we have common leadership styles, as I will discuss about the pros and cons and why is it important. So is it clear to you?
That's a really thorough grounding, actually. Yes, very clear. So, leadership, shared goals, vision, motivation, teamwork is key. And you're planning to look at different styles, pros and cons. Got it. It sounds like you've already given this a lot of thought. Makes my job easier, honestly. Are you getting?
Anything would you like to ask about the leadership's pros, cons, and why is it important?
Hmm. Okay, let me see. If you had to pick just one thing that makes a leadership style effective, regardless of whether it's autocratic or democratic
Mhm.
or something else, what would it be? No pressure, just wondering what you think rises to the top.
Very nice question.
Sometimes it,
You know, Maya, you're asking very nice question about the autocratic leadership styles or democratic. You know, these are the common leadership style. And if I talk about, or if I would like to add the autocratic leadership style, so what's first we have to understand what is autocratic leadership style. You know, in this leadership style, the leader make decision without input from others.
okay,
And
autocratic.
And this is,
made with
sometimes it depends on the situation, the scenario behind the scenario. When the leader make decision without input from others, why he or she take this decision in which situation, like crisis situations or tasks that require quick decision making, on the higher priority immediate. So this is the autocratic leadership. And what is the pros? Quick decision and clear direction. But the
right.
and if I talk about the pros and cons, so cons can lead to low more morale and creativity. So this is the autocratic leadership style, which you ask me. And if I talk about democratic, participate. This is called participative leadership. What lead
Okay.
what is democratic leadership skills? Here I would like to add, this is the leadership style that involves team members in decision making. So are you getting my point? What is the difference between autocratic and democratic? In autocratic, always leader take decision individually without involving others. But in the democratic, you know this is the leader involves team members in decision making. So this is the clear definition difference between autocratic and democratic. In auto, individually without team involvement, but in the democratic, leader involves the team members in decision making. And this is best for a skilled team where collaboration leads to better outcomes. As you know, if team is involving or getting their ideas and perspective to get us common goals or the specific goals, so as you see that the outcomes will be more better. And if I talk about the pros and cons, so high employee engagement and better team morale. So if any team member or the team participants are giving their ideas and suggestions to get and achieve more, so this is the encouragement, for the team member. But if I talk about the cons, time consuming and sometimes not ideal for urgent decision. So these are the democratic and acrobatic
Okay, so
autocratic.
democratic include right, autocratic, fast, decisive, but can stifle creativity. Democratic, more collaborative, better morale, but slower. That's a really clear breakdown. It sounds like both have their place, depending on what's happening. What do you think is harder to pull off, being effectively autocratic or effectively democratic? Just
Maya,
take your
here
time.
I would like to add that this is depend, as I said, this is depend on the situation, that what I need or what I have to do. In some time we have to, as a leader, take decision individually on an immediate basis, and this is depend on the situation. But in some scenarios, we have to involve the team members. So without team member, we cannot grow together. And also,
Got
I
it.
would like to about the transformational leadership, and this,
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah. And this is based on how the leader inspires and motivate followers to exceed expectations and embrace change. And this is best for organizations undergoing growth, innovation, or transformation. Or
Right.
if I like to add their pros and cons, this is high motivation promotes innovation, but sometimes cons can overlook details or short-term issues.
Okay. High motivation, innovative, but maybe not the best for quick fixes. You're really laying out a nice balanced view of each style. Is there one you lean towards personally or find yourself using most often at Rayhan School?
Sorry, I'm not good getting your question. Can you elaborate more?
Sure, no problem. What I meant was, of all the styles we've talked about, autocratic, democratic, transformational, do you find yourself naturally using one more than the others when you're working with your team at Rayhan School? Or
Hmm,
does it really
not
depend
getting.
on the situation every time? Gotcha. So you won't really lean to any of them specifically. But do you sometimes have to employ or do all of them at the same time?
In this question, that I can add, and the another situation leadership style, which is called situational leadership. In this leadership style, the leader adapts their style based on the situation, on the team needs, and this is best for dynamic environments with varying challenges. And pros are flexible and responsive, but cons require emotional intelligence and strong judgment.
Okay, so
You getting idea about
situation.
situational leadership? First I describe you autocratic leadership style, then I define you transformational and transition. But as I talk about the situational, so it depend on the situation and the team's need.
I am absolutely. So it seems like you see situational leadership, adapting to the needs of the moment as a really important skill. It sounds like it ties a lot of the other styles together, almost as a meta style. Is that fair to say?
Hmm.
Just thinking aloud. And also just checking, are you still finding my questions helpful? Or am I missing the mark somewhere? I want to make sure I'm
Maya,
hitting the right note.
Maya, I would like to add about, first I will clear you about the what is clear vision and direction. We have to understand what is clear vision. Good leaders provide a roadmap for the future.
Right, the clear
And
vision.
yeah,
And how does that tie into the different leadership styles we've been discussing? Would a transformational leader rely more on a strong vision, for example?
all right. So you would like to ask about the transactional leadership? Yes, this is very, sometime first we have to understand what is transactional leadership. This is focus on clear structure, rules, and rewards, and based on the
Okay,
performance. This is called the transactional leadership, because this leadership is a style focused on clearly structured, and we have to follow the rules regulations, and at the end there are rewards and some penalties, like based on performance and evaluation. And why it is important? It is best for routine tasks and performance based rule.
okay.
Clear roles
Clear?
and this is focus on performance. Maya, this is the excellent leadership style to check the performance on the daily basis, because whenever a leader evaluate their team, like such as evaluation monthly, weekly, or the daily basis, so this leadership style focus on performance, and it promotes team performance. Like my team is working on the daily basis, they are performing their task as a facilitators, so I have to check on all the tasks what they are doing, what they are not doing, and it is called evaluation, the evaluation. So sometime, as I said to you, depend on the situation, that what team are doing and what are the role assigned to them. This is focus leadership style to know more about the evaluate, or how to evaluate our team.
Right. So it's good for regular check-ins and performance reviews. Makes sense. It sounds like you're saying it's especially helpful in your role as vice principal, keeping track of how everyone's progressing.
Absolutely right.
So we've covered quite a few now: autocratic, democratic, transformational, situational, and transactional.
Yeah.
If you had to pick just one quality that ties all effective leaders together, regardless of their style, what would it be? One single thing.
I don't think that I have to select one, because there are lots of situation and there are lots of scenarios behind the story. So sometime I have to focus on the transformational, sometime democratic, sometime autocratic, and sometime situational leadership. and another transactional leadership. Because when I'm going to evaluate my team, so I have to focus on transactional leadership skills. If I have to take immediate decision, so I have to focus on autocritic. And if I'm going to take decision with the help of my team member, so it is democratic leadership. So this is not the specific that I use only one leadership style that focus on only one leadership. So this is not possible for me that I have to only focus one leadership styles. So move forward, and I would like to discuss about the advantages of different leadership styles. So if you have any question about the advantages of effective leadership across organizations, teams, and communities, so you may ask.
That's a really thoughtful answer, actually. It's not about picking one style, it's about being able to adapt. Sounds like you're a very flexible leader. I'm starting to see why you're so successful at Rayhan School. You said you may ask, so should I jump in with another question, or were you leading somewhere with that?
It's upon you, depend on you, whatever you want to ask, please feel free to ask, because I'm here to learn from you. And you can ask. If I have not answered, so I will ask to you.
Okay, that's great to hear. All right, let's shift gears a little. You mentioned the importance of evaluation. When you're giving feedback to someone on your team, what's your go-to approach? Do you have a
Hmm.
specific method, like the sandwich technique we touched on a few weeks back? Just wondering
Oh my God, this is really one
how
of
you put it into
very very
practice.
very important question you asked me. As you said about the sandwich feedback, what I love this strategies. Whenever I try to give feedback to my team members, I prefer sandwich feedback, because I think that whenever we are going to feedback for our team, so we must focus on the first strand, then what is the weak area, and in the last, how to improve this weak area. I love this strategy, and I always use sandwich feedback as well as for my self evaluation.
That's fantastic, and it makes perfect sense. Start with the positive, address the area for improvement, then end on a positive note. Smart. Do you ever find it tricky to be genuinely positive when delivering constructive criticism?
No, Maya, whenever we have, as a leader, this is my responsibility to get clear vision, smart objectives, and clear vision. Before giving any task and roles and responsibility, I always train my team that how can they do, what are the frequency of time, and what are the clear instructions. Whenever I do, as you can say that, as you can see that, I started discussion with you, and before starting the session, I gave you clear instructions regarding my expectations. So similar I do with my team. So what are the instructions? What are the clear goals? What are the objectives? So if they are clear, if they have clear vision and goals, so they can do and perform very well. And after that, on the weekly basis, sometime on the daily basis, and sometime on the monthly, I do evaluate. This is called evaluation of the week. And after the end of each task, I give them sandwich feedback. So this is my strand. Sometimes it's become challenges. As you know, challenges always give us a strand to learn and grow more.
That's a really insightful approach. You're not just giving feedback after something is done, you're setting them up for success from the start with clear expectations and training. That's proactive leadership. And it sounds like you embrace the challenges as opportunities to learn. That's really admirable, Rubab.
Any more question you would like to ask?
One more, just a quick one. What's one thing you wish more leaders understood about building a truly effective team?
Very good. Maya, I would like to say about this is called also effective leadership or advantages of effective leadership. Whenever as a leader I'm doing effective leadership, so what will happen? Number one, clear vision and direction, motivation and engagement for the team, effective decision making, and build trust and loyalty, promotes innovation, creativity, conflict resolution, personal and professional development, and team cohesion and collaboration, adaptability, and organizational success.
Mhm. Wow. That's a comprehensive list. You've really thought this through. Sounds like effective leadership for you is about creating an environment where everyone can thrive. We've covered a lot today. Anything else you'd like to explore before we wrap up?
Yeah, yes, of course. Here I would like to add about how no in another session I will discuss about how leadership is important, but I'm going to wrap up this. And can you please summarize or review what I said to you in this conversation? Can you discuss in the bullet, in short and very concise? Over to you.
Absolutely. Here's a quick recap of our conversation in bullet points. You emphasize the importance of adapting leadership styles to the situation rather than sticking to just one. Wayne, you outlined the pros and cons of autocratic, democratic, transformational, situational, and transactional leadership. Okay. He You highlighted the effectiveness of the sandwich feedback technique. You stress the importance of clear communication, expectations, and training to set your team up for success. You identified key benefits of effective leadership, including clear vision, motivation, trust, innovation, and adaptability. Does that capture everything accurately?
Yes, absolutely, Maya. You are doing great. So, Maya, any feedback you would like to add on this session? What is the feedback for me? I'm always open to learn and want to more and more as I discuss about the leadership and style. So, what feedback you would like to give me?
Well, Rubab, honestly, you're incredibly prepared and thoughtful. I'm you have a really clear vision for what you want to achieve with your team, and you're already putting a lot of excellent strategies into practice. You're also a very reflective leader. You're constantly thinking about how to improve. If I had one small suggestion, it would be to maybe try and pause a little more, just to allow space for the conversation to flow. But that's really just a small thing. Overall, I was really impressed. You're doing fantastic work.
Thank you so much, Maya, for your valuable feedback. And I hope so. I will do next session with you tomorrow about the why leadership is important. So take care and goodbye. Thanks for your time and thanks for the feedback. Bye bye.
You're very well. You're very welcome, Ruban. And absolutely. I look forward to continuing the conversation tomorrow. Take care as well and have a great rest of your day. Bye
Bye
for now.
bye.
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 See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye.